Hi friends! We're here at Corbin Con in Corbin, Kentucky. This is a one-day show. Tell me though, why are we here opening at 9 a.m.? on a Saturday? I don't feel like people are going to be out of their house by 9. But that's okay, we made it. We had to get up at 4:30. We left at 5. Got here at like 7:30 fast time, so like Eastern time, and just now pretty much got done setting up, like with price tags and everything, at 9 o'clock. And I would have loved to have like at least 30 more minutes of sleep and then not open till like 10 o'clock, but that's fine. There's some people here, but we do go on till like 6 o'clock. So I feel like a little bit later and like still going till 6 would have been better, but that's fine. We'll see how this goes. They've been doing this show for a while, but this is the first time I am doing it. I'll give you guys a look at the table in just a second. We do have a 10 by 10 space, and I want to say I paid $50 or $75 for this space. And it is humid in here. I'm only wearing this hat like for the beginning of the convention because I'm sweating. I just now put it on. My hair was up. Okay, Corbin Con, $50. Okay, so that's good. Not too bad. Just have to sell one hat or 10 of these stress balls that I made that I'm excited to show you guys. But yeah, it's a free convention, so that's nice. We were actually just here last weekend for the Corbin card show, and it was nice. A lot smaller, but we mostly came looking for Pokemon cards. So I'm sure that there's still some more people here looking for Pokemon cards. I feel like it's gonna be very kid heavy. The guy I talked to last week was like, do you have Pokemon stuff? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, you'll do fine. But I don't have a lot of Pokemon stuff, guys. I have this Dragonite that everyone thinks is a Charmander, Jolteon, Vaporeon, half and half Eevee Jolteon. That's it for those hats. Don't even have Umbreon beanie. We have Smoliv, which everyone thinks is just Ulu face. We have Ditto. That's it. We have Team Aqua bandanas. I have some black too. We do have Drifloon. That's it. We only have Evolution stickers, but I think that is good. But yeah, then that's it. No other Pokemon stuff. I do have this. This is going to be my last big attempt for people to tell me their favorite Pokemon, and I'll add it to the spreadsheet on the hats that I want to make. Other than that, I'll just take like whatever people comment on my videos every once in a while and add it to the spreadsheet. But I will show you guys what it's looking like for the top 100 Pokemon at this time. But I have free Pokemon cards if anyone wants to tell me their favorite Pokemon. Now let's look at the table. Alright, here's from far away. We have hats on this side, even though I think most people are going to be coming from the other side. It just seemed, the way that everyone else had their table layout, this seemed the best to keep things from falling. We have just a little plushy table. I was going to put my t-shirts over here, but then I just didn't have as many hanging baskets, so now we just had to lay them out. But I think they're cute. And we did bring the claw machine. I got the little bunny stuck, the little peep, so I'm gonna have to shake him to get him down. A couple of crochet things, the smaller plushies. I hung the dice bags up. I think they actually look pretty good. And then these are the stress balls. Aren't they so cool? I hope that the kids come and squeeze them, but I think hopefully these will sell good. I think I have 15 or 20, and I can make more. Some of them I turned into like a little fish. Some of them, like this looks like a pig, but it can be whatever you want. I did different eyes. We have felt eyes. This one just has a tail and it's got some creepy eyes. Oh my gosh, what does that smell? Someone's like burning a 3D or like a laser printer or something. That's gonna be not fun. And we have button eyes, and then we also have some safety eyes. Oh, goodness. Unless it's one of the food trucks outside. Something is burning. But I'm selling these for $10. Hopefully, we'll see how they go. This is my first time selling them. And my thought process is kids be paying $10 at Walmart just for some kind of stress ball. And I added more to it. So hopefully they sell good. I think my favorite, I really don't know. I like the rainbow and I like these kind of eyes. And then I like the insides that is rainbow. Is this one rainbow? Kind of, but there's a darker rainbow one. But I don't see it, so. And I'm squeezing the same ones over and over again. Anyways, stickers are the same. Pikmin hats. We do have some more colors. I have a hibiscus one and I have a lighter purple one. We do have 2 of these mystery bags. And then we have Marie, a link hat, and then these are the beanies, which you guys kind of saw before. And then these are the hats that we have. I almost had a Greninja hat done, but I didn't get to work on as much stuff yesterday as I wanted to. So we focused on just finishing putting eyes on the stress balls and then sewing up the manta rays. Yeah, so let's go. We'll see how it is. Also, I thought it was brighter in here last week, but it may be because we're over here on this side, because it is a lot brighter over there, as you can kind of see. Choco people are behind me also. Let me tell you who we have. Quick run of the Pokemon on this spreadsheet. I might butcher this a little bit, but if you don't want to listen to it and you want to skip ahead, that's totally fine. But this is for, I'm doing a 100 Pokemon challenge. I want to make the top 100 Pokemon that my fans request. Hello! Oh, I need to put a price on my Marie hat. I believe I sell it for $50 as well. Hopefully, it's already out. The Callie and Marie tutorial for the hats hopefully should already be out on my YouTube channel. Hello! Okay, are you guys ready for a speed run? Don't come at me for butchering these names. 1, autocorrect probably failed me, and 2, there's some of them that I really don't know. So this is, I think, actually 100 and something, maybe like 117 or whatever. So some of these will fall off, but if you want to vote for any of them or add your own, comment below so I can make your favorite Pokemon into a hat. Absol, this is also in alphabetical order. Absol, Appleton, Arcanine, Aurorus, Blastoise, Bolton, Weasel, Bulbasaur, Carbink, Celebi, Chandelure, Charizard, Charmander, Chikorita, Cubone, Dachshund, Darkrai, Diggersby, Ditto, Dragonite, Dragapult, Drifloon, Eevee, Emboar, Espeon, Esper, Flareon, Frostmoth, Gengar, Glaceon, Greninja, Grovyle, Growlithe, Gardevoir, Glycer, Giratina, Goomy, Haunter, Hexorus, Horsey, Houndoom, Jellicant, Jolteon, Joltik, Jigglypuff, Jirachi, Crydon, Kricketot, Kyogre, Lapras, Larian, Lurantis, Leafeon, Litten, Lucario, Lugia, Lurantis again? Okay. Luxray, Lycanroc, Mantike, Mareep, Marill, Magnemite, Magtan, Meloetta, Mew, Mimikyu, Miltank, Melodic, Morpeko, Mudkip, Murkrow, Ninetales, Paris, Pikachu, Piplup, Primarina, Poltergeist, Ponyta, Galarian version specifically is what someone requested, Poplio, Psyduck, Poltab, Poliwag, Kolava, Rapidash, Rayquaza, Reculus, the little, the cell one, Rookidee, Rowlet, Sableye, Sandshrew, Superior, Scyther, Shuckle, Sprigatito, Sneasel, Snorlax, Sylveon, Silvally, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking, Swellow, Togepi, Totodile, Toxtricity, Tinkaton, Trapinch, Turtwig, Umbreon, Vaporeon, Venomoth, Venusaur, Volcarona, Vulpix, Wobbuffet, Wooper, Wooloo, Yamask, Yamper, Zapdos. How did I do? I only stumbled a little. So yeah, that's what we have right now. Not too bad. And that's not perfect alphabetical order. Okay, so don't come at me if it's like, this one was before this one. I did my best. I'm lucky that it's in alphabetical order. Hello. All right, it is almost 10 and we made our first sale. It was a no face little plushie for $10. So that is our first sale. It's definitely picking up. I don't know if you can see behind me, but we'll see. And I don't think it's raining, but I think I mentioned it's humidity and hot because it did rain this morning. But hopefully it's going to clear up. It doesn't sound like it's like pouring or anything, but yeah. I'm working on a Ditto. And yes, I'm doing pink Ditto. I do agree Ditto looks more purple in Pocopia, but I have always thought Ditto is pink because I like the lore that it is new experiments gone wrong. And this is by CatKnit, I think. Yes. CatKnit _. But I know my stitches are off because it's not supposed to be this small already. But we're going with it. If it doesn't turn out good, I will keep it for myself and I will name it Tito because that is the name of my Ditto in Pocopia. But I also was supposed to bring bigger safety eyes and I didn't. But I do have these. I don't think they're big enough, but we'll see. Maybe since his head is getting smaller, they will be okay. But I did bring the black yarn. We'll see. I know that's not the right placement, but we're gonna work on this today. Hopefully, if those eyes work, hopefully we will finish it, but I really don't know based on, I think I have to do one row of single stitches and then put the eyes. So I don't know if I feel confident in that. Insert safety eyes between 20 and 21. Hello! I also just bought a little lighter at the gas station this morning because I lost our other one. I don't know where it went. And this is the first time I've ever bought a lighter. I've never bought a little Bic lighter. I've always just grabbed them from my mom, the house. So, yeah, I got me a little tiny blue lighter. I wish I bought the bigger size because I thought they were all the same, but when I pulled it out, I realized this was a smaller one. And the guy at the gas station was watching me, so I was like, well, I don't want to embarrass myself. But I am going to melt the ends. But here's what Ditto's looking like so far. And we'll see. We'll melt the ends and hit. Try not to catch the yarn on fire. Just to make it a little less pokey. They have apparently a lot of food trucks, but I know for sure one of them was a coffee truck and one of them was a grilled cheese truck. And I love a good grilled cheese. But right now I'm here for the coffee. Even though I had an Alani and I still haven't drank it all. But there we go. I didn't melt them like all the way down, but that is good. I think that this helps it be a little bit more secure too, but don't ever trust these safety eyes to be safety approved. Okay, let's see. Now I'm getting to where I make like a small, I start somewhere and then I like backtrack or something, so I have to focus because I don't really know what I'm doing. All right, it is 10 minutes till 11 and we have made back table. We are currently sitting at $57 and the table is $50. So that's pretty good. It looks about still the same amount of people, and there definitely is more people towards the front than in the back. I do think I haven't looked, but I think they have more card people up there. And, maybe they have the artists. Well, we're not all artists back here, but so maybe it's just mixed around. All right, 11:30. Here he is. I think when I closed this off, it like pinched this together, so it should be more curved like this, like a gradual instead of the sharpness. But we're gonna go with it. I might be able to like push it down with some other yarn, but we're gonna continue it and see if it still looks drastic when we put the arms and stuff on, and the mouth. I think the biggest thing is the mouth, which I think is what's gonna bring it all together. Like, see, that already looks like so much better. So we're gonna do the arms. We'll see how it goes. I do think the eyes should be a little bigger, especially on camera. They look pretty small, but in person, they're not too, they don't look like super duper small. Hi! Hi! All right, let's see. It's currently 12:30, so I guess we've been checking in every hour. I have almost 2 arms done for Ditto. I am about to go see about food, but I really wanted to get this done first. But it's going good. I usually like my minimum to be 500, but I don't know. Hello.
What did they do to you? They're half evolved.
Half and half.
Good. Good. That's awesome.
I usually like to say for one day my minimum is 500, but honestly, if I make a couple $100 and I only paid like 50, I'm not gonna complain. It's still better than the farmer's market that I was doing where I forgot to put my stitch marker in. Where I was making maybe $20 a day. I think we are around 200, so that's good. I do feel like it's definitely picked up buying wise, but I think we still got the same amount of people, so I think like people are coming and leaving. But I do think it'll pick up later, just because I think around, I would say 1 to 3, it'll just be, people coming and going. But I'm about to go check out some food and see, or a coffee. I've had, I think like 4 plays on the claw machine. I did sell 2 squishies, which I'm super excited about. It was to the same family, but that's totally fine, as long as I sold at least 1. We sold a Marie, and we sold a Splatoon hat, which is crazy, because they like never sell, and those are the only hats that I've sold so far. We sold a Link hat, sold some stickers, we sold one of our crochet axolotl, we sold a Korok. So yeah, not too bad at all. Also, I know that the Dittos, like, he's like mush, so he's not symmetrical at all. So the pattern, of course, his arms are not symmetrical, but it like messes with my brain. I was like, what do you mean arm 1 and 2? They're not the same? But then again, it shouldn't matter that I took my stitch marker out because it's a blob, so it doesn't have to be exact. But this will go like somewhere like this, I think. Something like that. And I'll stuff them. Ditto boy is done, and he chunky. I also got a grilled cheese, tore it up. They didn't have the tomato soup though, so he gave me some chips. Then I also got a coffee, and I got my grandma some Girl Scout cookies because she was talking about how she missed grabbing them. So I got her some. I don't remember which one is her favorite, but I know it's one of these 3. We have a little over an hour left. It is pretty much dead. Yeah, there's a couple people still around the card thing, but there's like no traffic at all. So I'm gonna do like a recap, and I'm also gonna go over some things that I bought and what I made while I was here. I finished the Ditto. Before I finished the Ditto, I cut out 6 of the Team Aqua bandanas because I have some of these ordered online. We did Ditto, and then I just finished up this little Rift plush because I did sell one of these earlier. So now I started with 3 and we're back to 3. I only sold 1, but that's okay. The squishies have been doing good. I think we might hit our minimum that I was hoping for. Okay, so I'm $30-ish short. So we'll see, but I've been running around trading cards and stuff, so I could have missed some sales, but I'm not too worried because I traded for this one. It's a Snow Runt. I'm gonna do a blue themed binder, so anything that has blue that I really like, the artwork, mostly full art, but there is some not full art that I think I'll probably add because I like the artwork. And then I was able to get this one to add to my collection. This is the Lapras McDonald's one, because I'm doing a Lapras collection, if you guys didn't know. And then I also got Mega Canterup EX, which is the last of the cheapest card that I need for my Mega Evolution set. All the rest of them are, I think we're officially, there's one more, Mystery Garden, I think it's like $8. The rest of them are at least above 30, I think. Wally's Compassion is the next cheapest, and I think it's 30. And then it goes up from there, including the 2 gold ones, Lucario and Gardevoir, which I think are in the like 200-300. So, but I think we're officially less than 1,000 of the amount of money that I would have to pay to complete this set. And I think that's it. I did trade with a kid. I traded, because he was going around asking vendors to trade, and of course he didn't have a whole lot of good stuff. I traded this Fuecoco for like an SQEX. And that's it for the Pokemon cards. I did buy these 2 mystery packs, $5 each. There could be, they said that some of them could have 2 packs. They all at least have 1 pack, but one of them could be Japanese or whatever. So I think this one is Japanese because it's really thin, it's very light. So I'm gonna say this is probably a Japanese pack or some other language. This one though is heavy, and I do think there's 2 packs in here. So hopefully something good. I'm not gonna open them yet because I got this for Joey and I to just something fun to open when we get home. But I watched another kid open one, and there was 2 perfect orders in the double pack. So it's probably 2 perfect order packs, but that's okay. Not too worried about it. I am probably gonna do like one more lap, try to get some footage because it's pretty much dead. And I put my crochet away for the most part, so I don't really want to crochet anything else. And according to the email, we have to stay until 6, otherwise we might not be allowed back to this convention. So let's go through pros and cons real quick so that I don't have to do it when I get home. This con started at 9 a.m. and goes till 6 p.m. And I think it could be shorter. I think 10 a.m. at the earliest, and then honestly 5 p.m. at the latest, because usually other conventions that I've done that do like the 10 to 5 usually even then they're like a little bit slower at the 5 p.m. mark. But sometimes, especially if there's a cosplay contest, that can pull people away. Like especially if the cosplay contest is at 4, then everyone like goes home. I don't know if they had a cosplay contest. I don't know where they would have had it, but did see some cosplays, but honestly not a whole lot. So that is a con for the time. They had free internet, which was awesome because the service was a little iffy, and then I was worried about the Wi-Fi at first, but turns out there's a 5G option. So once I used the 5G, I didn't have any problems with it. We got a 10 by 10 space for $50. I think I said that. It feels a little short for 10 feet, but I think it maybe just feels that way because of everyone around and the building. I haven't measured it, but I'm sure it's 10 by 10. I think people would be complaining if it wasn't. There's a lot of different types of vendors, so there is some variety. But I will say it's a good variety. There's some like vintage stuff mixed with art, mixed with cards. They also apparently run the Corbin Card show, which was the weekend before. I don't know if that was on purpose that I guess they would have had, maybe that's the only time they could have got the haul. But I feel like having them like back to back is 1, rough on them, 2, people that are coming from further away are gonna like pick and choose which one they want to come to. Luckily, I think that they would choose this one, the Corbin Con, because it is bigger and there's more to see, where the other one's just a card show. And when we came last weekend, there wasn't a whole lot. Like we only stayed for like an hour, I think, and we saw everything we needed to see, and that was with the baby. So like we would have stayed longer if we didn't have the baby, but we didn't need to stay longer. The weather has been rainy. I don't know if that played a part at all. They did say on their Facebook, though, that they hit 2,000 guests. So that's awesome. Not sure how that is tracked number-wise, but awesome. So that is a pro. The food trucks, they had a coffee truck, a grilled cheese truck, a like Dippin' Dots, and then they also had like a little concession stand that had like walking tacos. I think they had like hot dogs, things like that smelled really good and looked really good too. Prices were good. I paid $7 for that grilled cheese, and it was supposed to come with soup, but they ran out. But $7, not bad. My coffee was I want to say $5.50 plus tax because it was like $5.80. Yeah, even though the weather was kind of dreary, it still was a pretty good crowd. Definitely peaked 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, maybe even died down a little bit. There's been a bird in here the whole time because they keep the garage like door things open. Everyone's like, this poor bird. As far as I know so far, it hasn't pooped on anyone or anybody's things. So that's a good thing. Let's look at sales. I'm very happy that I did the stress balls because they did end up doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, let's count. I think I only sold about 5 or so, but I'm still very happy. Like that, honestly, other than stickers, is the best seller for the same item selling good. My puppies sold well. I had 3 of those little puppies. They did not sell at all at Lexington Comic Con. I sold all 3 of them here. So I'm happy about that. I didn't think I was gonna make any more, but now I'm like, well, maybe I'll make some more if I get some like neutral color yarn again. My little manta rays did good. I sold 3 of those, I think. So definitely the lower priced items, which I figured would do better. But we did sell a couple of hats. We sold Orange Platoon, Marie, not Callie, and Pinkie Pie. And that's all for the big hitters. So yeah, $50 was the most spent in a single transaction, and that was for 1 hat. Ooh, the claw machine. I have 3 items left in the claw machine. It was funny, some kid purposefully went to go for 2. If you get 2, I don't usually say anything, but he was purposefully trying to grab 2. Luckily, his mom walked up and was like, no, don't, like, get 1, be done. There's other people waiting. But he still got 2, and I was like, it's fine. And she gave me another $1, so I was like, well, thank you. Yeah, I had 2 mystery bags that had, I think, 5 or 6 stickers in them, and then a keychain, and I sold those for $10, and I sold both of those. So that was awesome. Has-been stickers were probably the most popular. I don't think I sold any Evolution stickers. I think it was like Has-been and My Little Pony. Oh, and then Link Cats. I actually had a lime-colored Link Cat. I don't know if I would necessarily call it lime, but it was more of a brighter green than this. I had 2 or 3 of them. I think 3, and I sold all 3 of them. Usually it's the dark green. I only had 1 dark green. It didn't sell at all. So all 3 Link Cats that I sold was the lime green color. I think that about sums it up. I would do this one again, even if I don't hit my minimum, because it was a good show, pretty good traffic. I enjoy walking around looking at Pokemon cards and looking at other stuff. I like the con runner. She does a very good job with advertising and correspondence and what's the other word I'm looking for? Social media. So I think that's really awesome, and I also feel like I haven't expressed anything to her, but I think if you had any concerns that she would listen to them and take them into account. And I also know that she was there or staff was there to help if you stepped away from your table. Luckily, I had great table neighbors that helped me out when I went to the bathroom and when I got food and even when I was just walking around. So that was awesome, but I do know that that was an option. She wrote that in the email too. Loden, super easy. It's like a big parking lot. I think it's kind of like a recreation center maybe. This is like the civic center, I think is what it's called. And there's like soccer fields out here, I think. Maybe baseball fields. So there's lots of parking and you can just walk your stuff right in. With the weather, the lighting, you can see these are like nice little skylights. When it gets really dark outside, it gets really dark in here. When it gets really bright outside, it gets really bright in here. Today was not the day for either. It was very 50-50. So you're like going cross-eyed trying to brighter night. But I think that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm going to slowly start packing up, do another bathroom break. Maybe look around one more time because we still have an hour. Let's see. This is what it's looking like. I don't know if you can see our aisle. Nobody. Oh, 1%. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and close out this vlog. It's been fun. If you need a Kentucky convention in our closest area, I would recommend it. I would not drive more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours for it, because you would want to be able to get here in a decent amount of time and not have to get up at the crack of dawn like me and not have to drive back super late at night for it, because then I don't think it would be worth it. Because honestly, once you start getting into that territory, I think it gets into dangerous territory for sleep deprivation. But yeah, I do see that there's some people already packing up, but I am going to take her email very seriously. I would like to keep this one on the roster since the Danville Comic-Cons aren't happening this year, and I know that they do have one here. I don't think it's here, but they have another one in September. And I do feel like this is going to be a very, hey, I remembered you, oh, I want to buy something else for you type of convention. So if I come back in September and I have different hats, I think people would be like, oh, I bought a hat from you, or oh, I bought a Kirby. I think Kirby's would have done really well here, but I only had 2 and only one of them sold. A red one sold. I only had red and orange. So I do think I had some cut out, but I did not get them finished. I think Kirby's would have done really well here, so I do hope that I'm able to get them done for September. If I can attend the September show, I don't think they've released dates yet, but I do have the Disney cruise. But the next convention I have is a library one, so I I vlogged it last year. I'll probably do another little vlog, but I'm not going to release the name or anything because it's just a little bitty convention. But it is also free to attend, so it'll probably be, and I don't think it's a 10 by 10, it's just like one 6 by 6 foot table. So it'll be kind of the same setup. You know, I had a 10 by 10 outside, but that could have been because I was outside. I am inside this year. So I might bring the claw machine, definitely bringing the squishies. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and that's all I got right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed Corbin Con. Bye bye. All right, one more thing before I forget. They just came around with like interest forms, basically, I guess, for the convention that they're having in September. It's September 5th, and it's moving to the arena. I'm not sure what it is. All I do know is it's a bigger area, and the price of the booth is going up. So it's a 10 by 10 still for $100. I did request interest in potentially getting a smaller space, especially for artists. Luckily, there was another person there that came up beside me and was like, I second that. That would be great. Because I was like, you know, $50 for a 10 by 10? That's good. I was like, I understand that the venue price is probably going up for you, but like 50 to 100 for artists is a little harder to do. So they seemed like that was totally something that they would look into and potentially offer. They mentioned sharing like a 10 by 10 space with a friend, and I'm like, I would love to do that if I had a friend that would want to share this space. But also sharing a 10 by 10 booth is not as easy as just like if someone paid $50 for a table and you had another table, because you cannot fit 2 tables in a 10 by 10 where it's like an exact, like this is your half, this is my half. You can't, there's no way to do that because you can fit 3 tables in here max, and then if you fit 2 tables, then someone's getting like an edge or something. Unless we could get a corner booth, then someone can have one side, someone can have the other. But otherwise, you can't really split a 10 by 10 evenly. That's just my 2 cents. But I was glad that they kind of seemed interested that might be something that they can offer. So hopefully that'll probably determine whether I come back in September or not, because it's right before we go on the cruise, I believe, and it's also when the Lexington one is going on, which I said that I wasn't going to do. It's also when the Matsuri-Con's going on, and it's also when Dragon Con's going on. So I feel like the people that would be coming to that one would be the Corbin Con people themselves. We wouldn't be getting a lot of other outside the city people, if that makes sense. So yeah, so maybe we'll see in September. Not sure. 6:02, and this is how it looks.